Hello everyone, this is Miss Payne again, and I have another read aloud story for you that kind of goes along with science and social studies as we're talking about Henry and Mudge. You've already heard a read aloud about camping and compromising, so all those go together when you have a family going on a vacation, and you've watched the YouTube video, A Beginner's Guide to Camping, that will tell you the essential things that you and your family will need to take with you. And if you remember in the story, Jean and Richard actually sat down together and each made a list of the things that they needed, and that's always a very good idea. And you don't want to make your list the night before. You want to make it way ahead of time because there are going to be certain things that you do forget, okay? The book I have for you today is called The Nature Walk. Now, how is this connected to Henry and Mudge? Anybody? It's connected through mother and father and Mudge and a little boy all going camping in nature, okay? And when you're out in nature, you can always use your eyes, your ears, your nose, your fingers to help you discover new things. Have you ever been walking through the woods and smell a cedar tree? And it takes your mind back to maybe Christmas or something like that. So in nature, you're going to discover different things than you do on the inside of a building. Okay, and pick them up and touch them, smell them. Look at them carefully and observe. Now again, as I read this book to you today, you should notice something that I have on each page. What is it? It is a label. That is correct. A label shows us what the word, and it points to what the word is. So mother, this is mother. Label, father, it points to him. This is father. Eyes, and they're pointing to her eyes. And eggs, and I kind of have a label on top of that. Okay. We'll move it for a minute. But then you see the eggs. And this may seem very simple to you, and that's okay because we're just learning about labels. When you get into harder, especially science books, when there are words that are even very difficult to read and you have no idea what it is, labels are extremely important in science text. And I'll try to read so that you can see. It is fall. Tina and her family take a walk. And what kind of walk are they taking? In the mall? No, they're taking a nature walk. Very good. Tina sees with her eyes. She sees eggs with her eyes. And you see her. So which one do you think is Tina? Yep, you're right. Her, because look what she sees. She sees the eggs. Very good. And this is her as well, correct? So we've used eyes, eggs, mother, and father for our labels. You guys are going to be so good at this when you come back to school already because we've gone over it a couple of times. And you're going to be able to tell me right when you get here and we start reading a book, Miss Payne, I see a label. Miss Payne, I see a label. And I'll give you a big high five or an air high five. Okay. Tina smells with her nose. She smells pine trees with her nose. Do you notice any labels? Yes, very good. Nose, pine tree. So again, they're using their senses. She used her vision to see the eggs, her sight. Right here, she is using her smell. our senses, our 5 senses. And here we go again. There is a rock, and these are fingers. Okay? I'm sorry. Tina feels with her fingers. She feels a rock with her fingers. And what do you know about rocks? Are all rocks smooth? Are they bumpy? Are they rough? Are they very smooth? Are they colorful? Are they dull? They can be all of those words are words that can describe a rock. And when she picks it up, look what she's doing with it, with her fingers. She's touching it to see how it feels. So we've already used our eyes. That's one of our senses. When she saw the eggs, we also used smell. She smelled the pine tree. Now we're using touch, as she's touching the rock and feeling the characteristics of the rock. Look at our labels first. Ear, points to her ear, and crickets. Crickets. Okay, you see those? You see the cricket at the bottom. Tina hears with her ears. She hears crickets with her ears. Chirp, chirp, chirp. On this page, here are our senses again. She sees the eggs. She smells the pine trees. She hears the what? That's right, the crickets. And she can feel the rock. Okay? Tina sees and smells many things. She hears and feels many things. So when you're you're out in nature exploring, stop and just absorb a few things. What do you hear? What do you see? What do you smell? And here we go again. Mom and Dad are walking off, and there's Tina. Oh, I see the eggs. See them? Boop. I see the pine tree. These could be the rocks. There's the cricket. Kind of neat to have all those in one picture. There are many ways to explore. Look at this picture. What do you see? And Miss Payne's kind of told you all those answers, but that's okay. You're smart. You would be able to do that anyway. I know. And sometimes if you were in class today, I would give you a piece of paper and we may go on a quick nature walk outside. We'd have to be very silent. We would have to use our nose to smell. We would have to use our fingers to touch. And we would have to use our ears to hear what is around us. So we would have to be very observant to do that. But this is another activity that you can do outside and explore new and exciting, fun things about nature, just as Henry and Mudge did when they went camping with Mom and Dad.